pleasant morning to all of us. I'm Jessica Jasa from Bachelor of Technology and Livelihood Education, major in Home Economics 3, in the subject of clothing construction. And this video is all about the different tools to be used in clothing construction. So within this video, you will be able to know the different tools in sewing and how it is properly used. So the benefits in knowing what are the different tools to use is for us to be able to be more confident in using these tools, and so that we are able to use these tools in the proper way. So let us now begin. So let us begin with the measuring tools. So the first one is a measuring tape. So a measuring tape is used to measure our body in order to draft the pattern neatly and for us to have no mistakes. So we are able to measure our upper body and also our lower body. So next is a ruler. So a ruler is used to draw lines on the fabric or even at the draft paper. It is especially good for precision measuring, marking, and pattern alterations. Next are the stitching tools. So the first one is a needle threader. So first is you must place the wire through the eye of the needle. Next is loop the thread through the needle threader wire. Then you must pull the thread through the eye of the needle. Hold the thread with one hand to make sure the loop doesn't fall off the thread wire. And it is done! So the next one is a thimble. So you must wear the thimble on your thimble finger. So hold your sewing needle between your index finger and thumb. Insert the needle into the fabric or leather with the index finger and thumb. Then push it with the thimble. So repeat it 3 to 4 until you're done sewing. So the next one is a fabric, a thread, and a needle. So these three tools is very essential when you are going to sew. They are the main component when you start sewing. So always choose a good quality of fabric and as well as the thread, and use the appropriate type of needle so that when you start sewing, you may not be able to encounter any problems. So the next one are the cutting tools. So the first one is a seam ripper. So hold the fabric with the seam facing you. Gently pull on the fabric until you can see the stitches. So stick the pointed tip under a stitch that needs to be removed. So push the seam ripper gently so that the stitch reaches the blade in the curve. Continue this way for any other stitches that is needed to be removed. So the next one is a cutting or fabric shears. So they provide a clean cut through a fabric and it will last longer rather than ordinary scissors. The next are the drafting tools. So the first one is a draft paper. So this is very important because this is where we are going to draft the pattern. So it is best to use a draft paper to prevent also from wasting fabric because there are some types of fabric that is very delicate. So this is where we are able to draft the correct body measurements. So the next one is a bell pin. So a bell pin serves as a guide in sewing the fabric so that it will stay at the right place or in the same position, and also to straighten it when you are going to sew. So the next one is a pin cushion. So you must always use a pin cushion to hold the pins while working, and also this will prevent from spilling, and it is very important because this is also for our safety. So next are the marking tools. So the first one is a tailor's chalk. So this type of chalk is designed to make a temporary markings on cloth. So using this chalk, a tailor can make markings where fabric needs to be cut or garments needs to be altered. So this is also used to mark out cutting, hemming, and darting lines or garments as they are being constructed. So next is a pencil. So this is only suited in drafting in the draft paper. This is not allowed to draw on the fabric. So this is only used to draw lines for the correct measurements of the clothing of the type of cloth that you are going to draft. Next one is a tracing wheel. So the purpose of using this tool is to transfer your patterns over to your fabric easily and accurately. So simply use a tracing wheel in conjunction with some transfer paper to essentially trace your pattern onto your fabric. The last one are the pressing tools. There we have an iron box and an ironing board. Ironing box is used to remove wrinkles from the fabric, while the ironing board is very useful because it makes the process of cloth ironing way a lot easier and swifter.
Okay, so those are the proper ways in using the sewing tools. So the importance of knowing the tools used in clothing construction is for us to have a successful outcome of our sewing projects. So it is also important to use a good quality of tools for us to have a smoother process in sewing. So I hope this video helped you a lot and gained you a lot of knowledge. Thank you for watching.